Just wanted to make a video on different survival books. I saw another video on wild edible plants. This was what the video was on. Was this book? It's a pretty good book. I have lots of other books that are pretty cool. Everybody who's anybody has seen One Man's Wilderness, or Alone in the Wilderness is the TV show based on this book. Medicinal plants, mushrooms. Sort of interesting, but I don't know. It's sort of like if you're out in the wild, it's not just fun reading material. Tom Brown Jr. Tracker is a really good book on tracking theory and just lots of really good stories. It's a real fun book to read. And his other book, Grandfather, that's about his Native American guy who taught him everything. How to Survive the End of the World is a piece of crap. This book sucks. Backwoodsman, I'll get back to that. That's a really good magazine. But these two things I found, this is really cool stuff. Pocket Reference. I think I got this at a dollar store or something. I mean, you can't find this anywhere. It's such a weird, rare book. But this has such off-the-wall information that you'll never use. It's incredible, and it's just this big as your hand. It's the same thing here. But for the size of these two books, as survival books, for the size and weight ratio, the amount of information in these things, these are my two favorites. I just wanted to show a couple of pages I found. In this one it shows like every single rope you will ever, or every single knot you'll ever need to know. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and it shows you every single one. And also, then I turned to another page, and this is first aid, hypothermia, signs of it. Moderate symptoms: listless, confused, does not recognize problem, shivers uncontrollably, uncoordinated speech, slurred. This really weird thing I saw back here. It was speed of car based on tread marks it leaves behind. Speed versus skid marks. There you go. Speed versus skid marks. I just found that funny. But you know, this has stuff like different types of pipes. It has different types. It has like astronomical stuff, all kinds of stuff. SAS Survival Guide. I got this from some kind of survival guy at the flea market. So this is also hard to find. I'd say go on eBay or Amazon for these. But this one, I really like parts of this one I found in here. This one trap that I had heard about or seen one time, but I didn't know what it was called. And here it is. It was supposedly like in archaeological digs from Native Americans. It's called noose stick. And I guess you put this on a branch where there are lots of birds nesting, and when one gets caught, it attracts other birds, and they all get caught. And but it's simple because it's only nooses. You don't need anything else. You just do a large number of them, and also there's another version of it, like a spring loaded version, where you can cover like a huge path if the game trail widens. And I haven't seen that very much anywhere, but so this book also has lots of information. Also edible plants, so you don't exactly need that edible plant book if you have this one. And it also has edibility tests, which I just recently saw on YouTube. I mean, not many people talk about this, but you can actually find food without even knowing what it is by using the edibility test. Yeah, so Google search for edibility tests if you want to find out about that. That's a cool thing to know. Those are those. And my new favorite magazine, Backwoodsman. I got to get the new issue. The new issue talks about creating your own stove out of dirt, or own oven, you know, like the old clay ovens. I already got videos on that kind of stuff, but I think it'd be cool. This issue, well, every issue has lots of weird information that you never would have thought of. This one has something about a greenhouse. The notable thing in this issue was home-built composting toilet, and actually, you know, tells how this guy did it, shows what he did, how to make it, everything like that, just a theory. Says that he just sort of had the ideas, came up with his own design. So I guess this magazine is all about people who actually do stuff, not just armchair people, but people who apply stuff and do it. And it has different stuff in every issue. Sometimes it's like lots of stuff about pirates in here. For some reason, they're into pirates, people who have this stuff, and recipes and stuff are in here for different kinds of cooking, and lots of knives, survival stuff, and yeah, this one introduced me to pole boating. I guess I had never really thought about pole boating before, but in shallow water, it's a fun thing to do. If you want to explore, you don't really need a paddle, you just need a pole. So, some cool books. If anybody wanted to pick those up, my two favorites would be these. Well, that would be my three favorites right there. Those are my three favorites. This gets boring after a while. This gets boring after a while, but this is a good read, but it's only like a one-time read. That's